I'm live. I thought I was live, and then I was like, oh, I don't think I am, but here I am. I am. It's happening. It's all happening. Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. I know this was an unexpected uh hop on live, whatever. But I just did a new moon ritual and spell over at Lupine in the Lupine group, and I figured right now, Lupine Hollow, I can't remember. And I figured why I'm sitting here, that if I'm gonna go live, like I need to do it right now, because if I get up, it's just never happening, because that's just the nature of life these days. It's so true. Let's see. I'm trying to get my Instagram is being done, and it's not working. It never wants to cooperate with me. Everything else always works like right away. No, I don't want to cancel. If you're hanging around, though, feel free to say hello. So I know there's everyone out there. It's kind of a weird time, right? It's like, well, for East Coast anyway, it's kind of dinner time, but you know, here I am. We got to do it when we can, especially when things are nuts. But one thing I did want to say is tomorrow I am speaking at LllewellynCon, and that is actually going to be happening at 4 what time is, oh my gosh, at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So, okay, got my Instagram on. Now we're good. Everybody else just had to listen to me ramble for a few minutes. So yeah, so tomorrow, and that's a free event. So if you go to Llewellyn.com, I'll tag it in here. You can register for it, and you will get the link to go to all the things. And oh my gosh, I think there's like 40 plus presenters, and they're a half hour each, so they're really nice, and little snack bites. So that's really cool. And tomorrow I'm going to be talking about really tapping into your feline energy, and that's kind of in honor of my deck, Enchanted Forest Felines Tarot, coming out in November. That is published by Llewellyn. So it is, we're pretty much done with it. I'm assuming it's getting printed. I'm not sure, but I finished all the things I needed to do. And it's really cool. It was a really, really fun deck. My artist Iva she's awesome. And we were able to just come together and create this little world that I saw in my head, and I love it. And I just saw my guidebook. They did such a wonderful job with it, and that is actually for pre-order right now. So if you want to pre-order that, which I recommend. Hello. If you want to pre-order that, you can go on Amazon, you can go on Llewellyn, yeah, like all the things, and pre-order it. Amazon's probably the easiest. So if you want to do that, the link is in my bio, but I'll also put it on here as well. Let me grab that real quick. What else? What else is going on? Yeah, things have been so crazy. And I was just saying, before Instagram decided to jump on, I was just over in Lupine Hollow group, and we did a new moon in Gemini talk and ritual and visualization. We talked about Themis, and we did a visualization with her and about balance and integrating balance. We did a bone and charm reading, a little bit of tarot. We did a spell. So, we really just covered all the bases, all the things. All right. I'm just trying to pull up so you can get the link for my deck. So yeah, so that was so much fun. So much fun. And I've written an article or two for the magazine, her magazine, and I've done another new moon thing, and it was a lot. It's always a good time. There's a great group over there. Um, here is that. That is for the deck if you want to pre-order it. And then my IG is Stardust Wanderer Tarot. It is the same as everything. Easiest way to find me always. Just type in my name or type that in. So yes. And I just wanted to go ahead to while I was here and while we got the new moon happening to do some readings. I'm looking at my calendar. I'm like, what day is it even? So the new moon is actually on Thursday, right? No, it's actually tomorrow. Okay, no, it's tomorrow morning. Okay. I'm like losing I this week, the day, like there's always a day like missing. Like today I thought was actually Thursday and it's Wednesday. And that happened to me on Monday. I thought it was Sunday, you know, just like that. This is what happens when you have so many things going on. All right. I think I did that. Good, good, good. All right. So let's get started. And I am using today my Stardust Wanderer Tarot deck. And this is still available. This is my self-published deck. Still available. First editions are kind of running low. Like my huge palette is slowly shrinking, which is a wonderful thing. But that means that the first editions are also not going to be around much longer. And you can get that. You can get it Amazon. If you live locally, check your local stores. Soultopia sells it. Amityville Apothecary in Long Island sells it. And we have, I know we have a couple of shops. There's a shop in Hawaii that sells it. So if you're local, and definitely check your local shop and support your local stores. But if you can't, if they don't carry it, number one, you can ask them to, or you can go ahead and get it online because it's at all the things. I mean, because there's gold hollow edging involved. Okay, like look, I like shiny things. I can't help it. It's the Libra in me, I think. Laura, you are so right. So fast. So fast. And it is like this time of year too, because the weather is getting a little bit warmer, and then all of a sudden I feel like it's even going faster. So true. I'm glad it's not just me. Because sometimes I'm like, am I just like a scatterbrain and I don't know what's going on? I mean, sometimes that happens, but it's busy. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for every sign of the zodiac. So what you can do is you can take your rising sign, you can take your sun sign, you can take your moon sign, whichever one you want, or you could take them all and put them together and you have a whole reading for yourself. So let's get started. We'll just start from the top. So Aries, we got 9 of Swords here. So for you, it's really time to, and now this is like focusing on the new moon and maybe just some actions you can take during the new moon. And I think for you is releasing worry, and really specific to things you can't control. Because there are times that, we worry about stuff and that's fine and whatever. But there are times that we're worrying about things that we can really do nothing about. So I think for you, Aries, is really deciding, okay, am I worrying too much about some things that I can't do anything about or that aren't my problem? That's a big one too. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a charm as well. Let's see. It is the energy, right? All right, let's see. So the charm I got, this is funny. So he is kind of like a chimney sweep. Hold on. I got to go on my other. Okay. The thing is when you have nails, I should get like a tweezer. It makes it so much easier. But I don't know if you can see him, and he's like a chimney sweep. Isn't that funny? So that makes sense, right, Aries? It's like you're sweeping away what you can't do anything about. And you can clear it out and you can clean it out, but it's not yours. So just get rid of those things. All right, next we have Taurus. All right, Taurus. Oh, Taurus, we have the Fool. All right. It is really time for you to start a new adventure. So now that, we also have Venus is kind of hanging around. So this new relationships and all of those things, maybe it has something to do with that, right? Maybe it is something that you need to focus on regarding a relationship and something new. That sounds interesting, Taurus. All right. And I'm like, you know what it is? I need a bigger thing for my charms. So the charm I got here, I got the goddess charm, which I'm trying to see. Can we go? All right, there we go. There's a goddess charm. And I really like that because you know what? You can start new things and everything's going on, but you know that you're always divinely guided. And I feel like that's kind of a reminder for you because sometimes starting new things is scary. And I feel, you know, whoever your ethereal person or entity is, they are there for you. So really keep that in mind. Oh, awesome. Love it. All right. Let's see. Gemini, and now we got our Geminis. And also teach for our Geminis, because we're in Gemini season. Let me just bring this up real quick. I know I posted about it before, but Evo Domingo did this fantastic series on all of the signs, right? And each one, and these are for I think by the end of the year they're all going to be out. I have a couple new ones I haven't reviewed just yet, but I know I did this one already, and this Gemini Wish. And this is Gemini season. So I will also tag this in the post afterwards. So this is they're really good too if you have a lot of Geminis or whatever sign you're in your life. And then just getting to kind of know their traits and just different things, just like what makes them tick. And so he had like a guest writer on everyone, and so this is Laura Tepes Saycroft, which I know, and she's wonderful. So yeah, so Geminis, this is really a cool book to get. And then it talks about too, like if you have wherever your moon is, and then let's see, your rising sign influence, there's some spells. And then here it has polishing the diamond, a ritual bath for the Gemini witch. And Austin Nix had shared that one. So just in case. And that is published by Llewellyn. So where are we? Let's see. Oh yeah, Gemini. So, all right. So Gemini, hearing like a weird noise. I don't know what that is. Gemini, we have the 4 of coins. The 4 of coins for you. So I think for you though, what it is that you're holding on to something a little bit too tightly. And sometimes you want to keep things close to you, and you don't want to share with everyone, but that can also be a burden. So I feel like for you, it's really important to kind of share your feelings, share what it is that you want to do. And, even if you're still a little bit nervous about doing that, that's okay, but you can still share a little bit, and I feel like by the act of doing that, will kind of open it up for you and make it easier for you kind of step out of that energy, because you don't always want to be always keeping everything, to your chest or whatever. So let's pull a charm. Oh, I got the bee. So it's not just any bee. This one is like, let me see. There you go. It's a sparkly bee. Sparkly bee. So, yeah. So, with this bee, it's like that buzzing energy, right? And bees obviously belong to a hive. And so, I think that this is really speaking to that. Like, you need to kind of go outside of your own little bubble and, get with your bee friends and hang out, buzz around a little bit. And if you actually are going to go around buzzing, then you need to really make sure you take a video of that and send it to me so I can see it. Just saying. All right. Next we have Leo. Leo. Oh no, I'm sorry, Cancers. Jumping ahead. Sorry, Cancers. I love you, Cancers. I didn't mean to do that. Jump past you. All right. Let's see what we got. All right, let's see. Got a lot of swords. It's really funny when I was doing the new moon circle in the group just before. We got a lot of swords too. A lot of swords, but it makes sense, right, for Gemini. So we have 8 of swords. And for 8 of swords, I don't know, my focus is being weird. So for the 8 of swords for you Cancers, I really do think that you're almost blinded by emotion right now. And that whatever is going on with you, it's time to look at it from a business perspective, even if it's something it's like a personal relationship or a situation, but it's time to take the emotion out of it because it's getting in the way of things. And if you continue just reacting on your emotions, which Cancers, I know emotion is your thing, I know, but in this case, it's definitely not working for you. It's working against you. So think about that. Think about maybe kind of looking at it from a different perspective, and then that will help make it a little clearer for you. Oh, yeah, my charm's right near my microphone too. Is it like really loud? Oh, I like this one. So we have here the little owl. Let's go. I got little owl. And the little owl guy. Trying to make him focus. There we go. So I feel like there's wisdom. There's wisdom, and the owls are kind of no nonsense, right? Like they are very cerebral, in stories, in folklore, in anything that we really have, right? They symbolize wisdom. And I think there's a lot of wisdom, and you have what you need to make the decisions that you need, or choose the path that you have to choose. But just looking at it from a different perspective is really, really important. And I feel like it's just kind of making it, it's piggybacking the card. All right. Now we can go to Leo. Let's see. Oh my gosh. You hear my stomach is growling. It just growled so loud. If you guys heard that, because that's really funny. I'm hungry. I am hungry. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so Leo, let's do this. We have the tower. So for you, Leo, right away, it's like you need to make some changes in your life, or else the rug's gonna just be pulled out from under you because change is on its way regardless, Leo. It's happening. And I feel like right now you're really trying to resist it. And I don't think that's a good idea. It's time for you to come to terms with what needs to change and start working with it instead of against it. All right. Oh, wow, Leo. Like, we're not messing around. We have a snake. So there might be some sort of deception going on. I think that's really what it's coming down to. And I feel like that but you've been avoiding it or hoping it gets better. And this is your sign telling you it's not, and it's time to deal with it head on. All right, moving on to Virgo. All right, Virgo. Let's see. All right, Virgo. So for you, we have the Six of Coins, right? Yes. So the Six of Coins. This is a really abundant time for you. And it's really, I think you need to step into that energy and believe it. And I feel like that's what it is, Virgo. It's like you don't believe that there is abundance available to you. But this is your card. This is Abuntina, and she's a goddess of abundance. Makes sense, right? So really, I think for you, the focus would be on action steps you can take to bring more abundance into your life. You can do it, Virgo. You like to make to make steps, like make some good action steps that bring that in. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh. See, we have the key. So I think basically it's like saying you need to unlock the key to your prosperity. I don't really think there's anything more to say. I mean, Virgo, it's go time. If you know a Virgo, time to hang out with them. Maybe you guys have to play the lottery together. But seriously, yes. Action steps to bring on your abundance. Great idea. I think it's good for all of us to do that. So Virgo, it's really shining on you right now. All right. So now that brings us to Scorpio. No Libra. Wow, I keep skipping everybody. See, I'm a Libra. I'm gonna skip myself. It's not very nice. Not nice for me to do. All right. So here we have the Nine of Oars. So Libras, the work is not quite done yet. You've been doing the work. You've been doing lots of work. Everybody sees you doing the work. It's happening. Things are in process. And that's okay. Sometimes it needs to take its time. It needs to run the course it needs to run. So now that you've kind of done all the things, you've checked off all the boxes, it's okay to take a step back and just reflect on it, because that doesn't mean it's done. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just going to take a little longer than you expected. As a Libra, whatever. I don't want to hear that. See, I'd probably pull another card and it'd be like, just backs it up. Be like, be patient. I can be patient. I'm just trying to grab a charm here. So what do we got here? This one's kind of funny. So we have this like ox. I'm trying to make it like, it's just like a little ox guy, but they're big, right? And they don't move very fast. So okay, I get it. Didn't I just say that? Like I totally jinxed myself. Just reiterating exactly. Like sometimes big things are slow moving, and that's okay. It's okay. All right. Let's see. Now we're going to move on to Scorpio. Scorpio. If anybody has any big new moon plans, let me know. Ah, very good. Yay. My sister is a Scorpio too, actually. Ah. All right, fine. So now we're just having things jumping out all over the place. So Scorpio, you're hopping. You're hopping. All right, interesting. So we got the Five of Swords. So Five of Swords. So, Scorpio, I think for this month, even though you think that you may be really clever in a situation, or maybe you're kind of in a pickle and you think that you figured out exactly how to get out of it with the least scrapes possible, I think you should probably rethink your intentions. Keep your intentions pure this month as you go through this cycle, and paying attention to why you're doing the things you're doing. And if you are being mindful of that and you're paying attention to that, And maybe there are a couple things that you're doing it, but maybe for the wrong reasons. Consider either changing your course of action or even sitting with it and why am I going about this situation in this way, which maybe isn't the best aligned with what I really should be doing. So cool things to think about, Scorpio. All right, let's see what charm we got. So I have to, like, I'm showing this is I have my charms in here. And obviously I have so many and I need a bigger container. And it's one of those things I always have to do and I never think about until I pick it up to use it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta get a container. Just being honest. All right. So we have the triqueta here. So this is kind of, it has the three. It just jumped out of my hand, just like the card jumped out of my hand. So it has the three sides. So mind, body, spirit. And I feel like for you, Scorpio, it's really important to foster that connection. And that brings you kind of to that Gemini balance. So for you, making sure your heart, your body, your mind, everything is aligned before you step into a situation. So yeah, for you. All righty. Moving along. Let's see. So now we're going to go to Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. So we have the Two of Oars for you. The Two of Oars. And Sag, you have, possibility is just your middle name, right? And I feel like that, you have a good handle on what it is that you want, but you are being pulled in different directions, right? So for you, it's really, really trusting your intuition, tapping into that inner knowing to make your decisions and not just like move along, right? And just really go on your wants and not your needs when you're making some decisions. So that's what I have for you there. Now let me pull a charm. All right. Oh, I just dropped it. So I had the charm and then it was gone. It fell back in. So now this is the new one we got. It's a little ghost and it says boo on it. Okay. So I think that's interesting though. Like as we're talking about what you're aligned with, like what are your wants, what are your needs? I feel like that there is more of a playful energy and that's the one that you need to focus on. Like I feel like that your needs are based more in like a playful energy. So, do with that what you will, Sagittarius. So let's bring this to Capricorns. See what our Capricorns are up to. So I'm sitting in my chair right now, like crisscross applesauce, right? And my legs are starting to fall asleep. So I'm sitting here like trying to like wiggle a little bit. I gotta move. I'm gonna move in a minute. It's gonna happen. Jumping cards. Wow. It's like the end of the horoscope just got really spicy over here. All right. So where were we? Capricorn. Yes. So Six of Swords, more swords. Capricorns, you want everything to go a certain way. You're hoping things all go in a certain way. But there's times it's basically like you have to just leave situations, you have to leave thought process, you have to leave that list behind. And I feel like if you are Capricorn, and I am saying this right now, whatever that task is, or whatever that relationship, or any of those things, it's popping in your head right now. So that's something it's time to just put aside, leave behind, and focus on something new. So now it's all about changing focus. All right. Let's see what we got here. Ah, I'm going to just do that because they keep falling, like my nail gets stuck on them. There we go. We'll do it that way. There we go. Oh, nice. All right. So we have our triple moon here. So I think that's really important that, and it's also focusing again on the moon. So the moon's our inner emotion, it's our inner self, it's the self that we don't always show to everybody. So I think coming from, tapping into that energy and also looking at that, like, how does your inner self feel about these things? How does your inner self feel about leaving something behind? And diving into that a little bit might be something that will also help move forward. Like charms everywhere. I was doing the spell with the group I was just in and had herbs all over the place, which, if you're doing any sort of witchy things and you have spells and herbs involved, don't get it in your keyboard. I ruined like 2 keyboards doing that already. So I have to really like try to be careful about that. Sorry, I'm like itchy, and I washed my hair today and I didn't really like do anything with it. So it's like very like blah. All right, let's see. Now I to Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. All right. Jumping out, jumping out. That's so funny. Like the first half of the zodiac was so easy. I just like came out. And on the last one, they're just jumping out all over the place. So we have that King of Oars. So for you, Aquarius, it's time. It's time to take big action. So use this new moon in Gemini to create some big action steps, create a big goal that you want to achieve, and work with that through the whole moon cycle. So it's time to do that. It's time. So now I'm like scooping it in my hand. We're gonna take a minute. Oh, we have a little bird. All right, I'm trying to like very carefully. So we have this cute little tiny bird. So when you're creating these big action steps, when you're starting these new things, Aquarius, pay attention to the little messages that you get, which requires you to be mindful. So instead of getting lost in the sauce and worrying about all these big grandiose things, which I mean, you got to figure it out. So yeah, you got to be there a little bit, but there's going to be some little signs, little messages. Even if you're seeing little birds, that can tell you that you're on the right track. So that's something definitely to pay attention to. All right. Now that brings us to Pisces. And then we have gone through the whole zodiac. All right. And if somebody would like me to pull a card for them, let me know. You can just say, I'd like a card or a question in the comments, and I have time to read a couple of them. So I will do my best to do that as I'm getting ready to pull the card for Pisces. All right. So another swords card. So Pisces, we have this swords card, and on this swords card, it's different. It's a Knight of Swords. And it is a little different because there's 2 of them, right? And in my deck, the Stardust Wanderer Tarot, these are the Barbossa brothers, and they actually are real pirates. So a lot of the pirates in my deck were real pirates, or the gods and goddesses. So there's just a lot of research made. But these 2, they were definitely up to stuff, and they were constantly on the move, constantly like seeing what else they can do, and they were very clever. So I feel like for you, Pisces, it's really really time for you to kind of tap into that like quick thinking energy. So you may be you're Pisces, and I'm a Pisces moon, and it's like worrying about everything else, everybody else, how it's going to affect them, all of that. I don't, it's really this new moon cycle. It's time for you to kind of think about more about what you want and make quicker decisions so that you don't get stuck in that, energy of, oh, what about this? What about that? Which is going to be hard, but try it, see what happens. Start small. Anything with all of these things that we do, and anything that I suggest, starting small is always the way to go. Because, some progress is better than no progress and all that good stuff. So this charm I got, it's like a little like mountain range, right? So I feel like that's more of like a perspective thing. Try to shift your perspective and not be focused so much on what everybody wants and needs and more about what you want and need. So Pisces, that's what I have for you. Try it out. Try it out. All right. Awesome. So I don't see anybody else like kind of on right now. Everybody's probably eating dinner. Exactly what I need to be doing. Starving. But anywho, I hope you guys have a great new moon in Gemini. Be sure to join me tomorrow at LlewelynCon. I will tag it in the comments. But you can go to llewellyn.com and you can register for this event. It's a free event. It starts actually, it's not tomorrow. I'm on Friday. I'm sorry. I'm on Friday. I keep messing up my days. Friday at 4 p.m. and it starts tomorrow and it goes through for like the next 2 weeks. And the replays are available if you missed some of them. They're half-hour talks and it's really awesome because you get to kind of get a little snippet of everybody and what they're talking about. Because most times they talk about what's, a book that's coming out for them or a deck. As in my case, I'm talking about tapping into your feline energy. Did you even know you had feline energy? You do. So come hang out with me on Friday and see what it's all about. All right, guys, have a great day.